Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of the Washington Commanders Death Penalty franchise here on JCTV. This week, we travel to Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan, where the Washington Commanders play the Detroit Lions. The Commanders look to redeem themselves after last week's horrible performance at home versus Jacksonville. They look to take advantage of a team that's also coming off a loss and looking for their first win of the season. Sam Howell is also looking for his first touchdown of his NFL career. Jared Goff also looking for his first win of the season as he stakes his claim as the Lions franchise quarterback. Will the Lions take advantage of a wounded Commanders team and get their first win of the season, or will the Commanders spoil the Lions home opener and get their first win of the season? It's time for kickoff. Episode 2 begins now. So here we are, Joey Slye lines up at the 30-yard line for the opening kickoff, and we are underway from Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. Antonio Gibson catches the ball in the end zone and nails it for the touchback. The Lions begin this game on offense as Jared Goff takes the field. The Lions line up at the 25-yard line to begin this game. Jared Goff takes the snap, hands it off to Gibson, breaks a tackle, cuts up the field, and down for a gain of 14 yards and a Lions first down. The Lions offense wasted no time, getting 14 big yards. Antonio Gibson, a victim of the Commanders' death penalty, is making his former team pay, bouncing off tackles, showing off his quickness and elusiveness, and getting 14 yards for this Lions offense. Jared Goff lines up in an I formation for 1st and 10. He drops back to pass, looking for Jameis Williams. He completes it. No, he drops it. Incomplete. Goff lines up for 2nd and 10 in a shotgun formation. Takes the snap. He drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and he gets sacked. Derek Ford steps up in the nickel position, just blazes around the edge, and catches Jared Goff slipping. So now we have a 3rd and 16. The Lions need to get to midfield. Jared Goff back to pass. Can't find nobody upfield and just has to throw it to Raymond. Goff just throws the ball to the sideline, well short of the first down. So after the Lions punt, Sam Howell prepares to enter in his second game as Commander starting quarterback. We look at the stats from last week's game. 17 of 23 for 209 yards and 2 interceptions. Sam Howell's looking to limit the turnovers. Coach Davis tells us the game plan is this week is for Howell to manage the game and to rely on his running short pass game to aid in his development. Sam Howell lines up in an empty back set for 1st and 10. He drops back to pass, gets hit as he throws the ball incomplete. That Lions pass rush came blazing off the edge. So 2 plays later, we have a 3rd and 10. Commanders needed to get to the 35-yard line. Sam Howell drops back to pass, looking for Brian Robinson, and overthrows him incomplete. Not a good drive for this Commanders offense. So after the Commanders punt, we now have a 1st and 10. DeAndre Swift gets the handoff, breaks a tackle, but goes down quickly only for a gain of 2 yards. Malik Hudson couldn't make the tackle, but James Smith-Williams cleans it up. So after a Goff incomplete pass, we now have a 3rd and 8. The Lions need to get to midfield. Jared Goff just throws it up to Amon St. Brown, and Derek Ford swats it incomplete. So after the defense forces a 3 and out, we now have a 1st and 10. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, solid run up to the right of the field for a gain of 6 yards. Last week, Brian Robinson had 18 rushes for 56 yards. He looks to up his production from last week. Washington in a single back set for 2nd and 4. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, cuts up the field, and gets 5 big yards and gives the Commanders a first down. Washington begins this drive, very effective running the ball. Commanders back in a single back set for 1st and 10. Sam Howell takes the snap, finds John Bates wide open in the middle of the field, and gets 15 yards, and the Commanders move the chains again. Sam Howell, with a perfectly executed pass, sends Kelvin Harmon in motion and finds John Bates in the middle of the field for 15 yards. So 2 plays later, we have a 2nd and 6. Sends Cam Sims in motion. Sam Howell drops back to pass, looking for John Bates again. He completes it, and another Commanders first down. Sam Howell threw that ball in a very tight window where only John Bates could catch the ball and converts 9 yards and another Commanders first down. The Commanders are now in Lions territory. Commanders in a single back formation for 1st and 10. Sam Howell takes the snap, hands it off to Robinson. Cam Sims with an excellent block, zips off the defender, and down for a gain of 18 yards. And to give the Commanders another 1st down. That run now puts them in the red zone. Washington has given the Lions a heavy dose of Brian Robinson on this possession, and he has not failed one bit. Big run after big run, and now puts Washington in a position to get points. John Bates goes in motion on 1st and 10. Sam Howell back to pass, gets hit as he throws the ball, but connects to Harmon. Kelvin Harmon bailed out Sam Howell on that play. Robinson alone running back to 2nd and 2. Needs just 10 yards to get a touchdown. He gets the handoff, hard running, and goes down at the 1. Brian Robinson almost gets pay dirt on that play, but gives Washington a 1st and goal on the 1-yard line. Commanders line up for 1st and goal at the 1-yard line, and Sam Howell just sneaks it in the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders! Sam Howell caps off that possession with the 1st touchdown of his NFL career. Now Washington takes the lead for the 1st time this season. So after the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. Jared Goff back to pass, finds TJ Hockenson, and goes down for a gain of 8 yards. Lions in a single back formation for 2nd and 2. DeAndre Swift gets the handoff, gets the 1st down and more. Now they're at the 38-yard line. DeAndre Swift gives the Lions a much-needed 1st down. So 2 plays later, we now pick up on a 2nd and 4. Goff back to pass, finds Amon-Ra St. Brown to the left, wide open, and gets tackled for a big gain, and gives the Lions another 1st down. Jared Goff now getting this Lions offense into a rhythm. Lions in a 5-wide set for 1st and 10. Jared Goff takes a snap, drops back to pass, slides back some more, finds Reynolds over the middle for a gain of 18 yards, and beats this Commander secondary for another 1st down. Detroit lines up in a bunch formation for 1st and 10. Goff back to pass, finds Amon-Ra St. Brown over the middle, and goes down for a gain of 7 yards. Detroit lines up in the 5-wide set for 2nd and 3. Goff drives back to pass, surveying the field, looking for Reynolds to the left, and St. Jude swats the ball incomplete. The Commanders, one of the few times this game, make a defensive stop. Detroit either needs 3 yards for a 1st down or 21 to score. Goff back to pass, finds Hockenson to the left for a gain of 5 yards, and gets the Lions the 1st down they need. Detroit win a single back formation for 1st and 10. Swift gets the handoff, excellent block and big hole up the middle, and gets hit hard for a gain of 12 yards, and gives the Lions a 1st and goal. Lions line up in the goal line formation for 1st and goal. Jamal Williams gets the pitch to the left, but goes down quickly for a gain of 1 yard. Lions in a shotgun formation for 2nd and goal. Jared Goff back to pass, looks to the left, finds Antonio Gibson wide open, and he's in. Touchdown, Lions! Jared Goff answers the scoring drive of the Commanders with a scoring drive of their own, and the Lions now tie this game. After the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. Robinson gets the handoff off the middle and down for a gain of 5 yards. And that will be the final play of the 1st quarter. We have a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. Washington 7, Detroit 7. Stick around for the 2nd quarter on JCTV. So we begin the 2nd quarter on 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, excellent block up the field, goes down, gets the 1st and more with a big gain of 11 yards. This run game is picking up right where they left off from the 1st quarter. So after Detroit roughing the passer penalty, we have a 1st and 10. Bo Melton gets the handoff, breaks a tackle, but goes down in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards. The Lions defense was all over that run play. Howell sends Cam Sims in motion for 2nd and 12. Howell back to pass, finds Harmon over the middle, but goes down as he regains 6 yards. Washington needs to get to the 33-yard line for a 1st down. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, but goes down quickly. Aiden Hutchinson was all over that run play, and that sets up a 4th and 2. The Commanders had the block set up. Brian Robinson was reaching the 1st, but Aiden Hutchinson disengages off his block and gets that big tackle. Joey Slye sets up for the 53-yard field goal. The ball, the snap, the kick is up, and it's good. Joey Sly probably had another 15 yards to spare on that kick as he absolutely blasted that 53-yarder. So after the Commanders kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. Jared Goff takes the snap, drops back the pass, runs to the left, just throws it up, but he happens to find TJ Hockenson and comes down with it, but only gets 2 yards on that play. Khaleke Hudson just came through blazing. Lions in an I formation for 2nd and 8. DeAndre Swift gets the handoff, just takes Jimmy Moreland's ankles, but goes down for a gain of 7. Lions only need 1 yard for a 1st down. Goff back to pass, finds Amon-Ra St. Brown on a slant route and completes the 1st down. St. Brown completes a huge catch and gets the Lions to midfield. Lions in a bunch formation for 1st and 10. Goff fakes the handoff, back to pass, finds Jameson Williams wide open over the middle, breaks a tackle, and he goes down. Jameson Williams completes the pass for 24 big ones as the Lions inch closer to the end zone. Lions in a single back formation. Goes back to pass, finds Jameson Williams wide open, and he's in. Touchdown Lions! Jameson Williams take advantage of the Commanders' blown coverage for the 26-yard score, and the Lions take the lead. So after the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. Commanders in an I formation. Brian Robinson gets the handoff. Excellent block by Chris Paul, and Brian Robinson springs free for a gain of 18 yards and a Commanders 1st down. This Lions defense has no answer for Brian Robinson Jr. so far. 2 plays later, we now have a 2nd and 10. Howell sends Cam Sims in motion, takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Robinson, throws it up for Calvin Harmon, and completes the big catch. Sam Howell just threw the ball up and gave Calvin Harmon a chance to make a play, and Calvin Harmon executed. That big play flips the field position for the Commanders as they are now in Lions territory. Harmon showed what he can do when the ball is in the air and completely mossed the safety. So after that big Calvin Harmon catch, we have a 1st and 10. Robinson gets the handoff, breaks a tackle, and goes down for a gain of 4 yards. Very next play, we now have a 2nd and 6. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, excellent block by Paul, breaks a tackle, but goes down for a solid gain of 4 yards. The Commanders only need 2 yards to convert for a 1st down. Robinson gets the handoff, tries to break the tackle, but can't, and he's down for only a gain of 1, and the Commanders are set up with a 4th and 1. The Commanders are set up for a 43-yard field goal. The ball is snapped, the kick is up, and it's good. And the Commanders now make this a 1-point game. Washington was looking to score 6 on that drive, but could not convert the 1st down and settle for 3. So after the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. DeAndre Swift gets the handoff, big hole up the field, gets the 1st down and more, and not before a big gain of 18 yards, and gives the Lions a 1st down. 2 plays later, we now have a 2nd and 9. Jared Goff back to pass, looking over the middle, finds Antonio Gibson. Then he breaks up the field, and he finally goes down, and we are now at the 2-minute warning. Lions in a shotgun formation for 1st and 10. Jared Goff drops back to pass, surveying the field, looking to the right and finds Jameson Williams and gets tackled for a gain of 6 yards. Jared Goff is looking to drop this Lions team up the field and score before halftime. Lions in a bunch formation for 2nd and 4. Goff back to pass, finds DJ Chark over the middle, completes it, and goes down and converts for the 1st down. 2 plays later, we now have a 3rd and 9. Lions need to get to the 17-yard line. Goff back to pass, looking to the left for TJ Hockenson, and he drags the feet and completes it and gets the 1st down. Lions in a shotgun formation for 1st and 10. Gibson gets the handoff, bursts up the middle of the field, and goes down for a gain of 8 yards, and the Lions call their 2nd team timeout. 2 plays later, we now have a 3rd and 1. Jared Goff decides to drop back for the pass, looking for TJ Hockenson, and completely misses the target, incomplete. Instead of going for it, the Lions decide to go for the field goal. The ball is snapped, the kick is up, and it's good. And the Lions now raise their lead to 4 points. So now we pick up the Commanders' drive on a 2nd and 10. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, explodes down the field, and gets a gain of 13 yards. And the Commanders call a timeout. So that run will pretty much be the final play of the 1st half. We have a ball game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We enter halftime with the score of Detroit 17, Washington 13. Stick around for the second half on JCTV. So now we begin the second half with Commanders ball, 1st and 10. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, springs free to the left, and gets nailed. But not before he gains 12 yards and gives the Commanders a first down. We just got to the first play of the second half, and Brian Robinson now has his first 100-yard game of his career. Brian Robinson has been absolutely spectacular so far this game, hitting the big yards, hitting those holes, and possibly single-handedly keeping his team in this game. So after a 3-yard loss, we now have a 2nd and 13. Howell fakes the handoff, and he gets sacked. Charles Harris doesn't even give Howell a chance to look down the field as he just blazes off that edge and completely demolishes him. The Commanders need 22 yards to convert this first down. Howell drops back to pass, finds Harmon wide open, and fights forward and goes down, but does not convert the first down, and we now have a 4th and inches. What will Coach Davis call on this play? Will he just punt the ball, or will he go for it on 4th down? Coach Davis shows the faith that he has in his players as they line up on 4th and inches. Brian Robinson gets the first down and more, and finally goes down for a gain of 9. Brian Robinson once again comes up clutch on that 4th down play and now gives this Commanders offense new life. 2 plays later, we now have a 2nd and 9. Sam Howell fakes the handoff, finds Turner on the out route, and goes down for a gain of 5 yards. Commanders need to get 4 yards to convert for a first down. Robinson gets the handoff, and Akuda comes from his cornerback position and hits him in the backfield. Commanders run the no huddle for 4th and 1. Robinson gets the handoff, gets the first and more, gets a big run, and goes down for a gain of 12 yards and gives the Commanders a new set of downs. Brian Robinson now has 133 yards on 20 carries. So after a Commanders false start penalty, we now have a 1st and 15. Robinson gets the handoff, and he breaks free and will go all the way. Touchdown, Commanders! Brian Robinson caps off a 10-play, nearly 5-minute drive with a 31-yard touchdown score, and the Commanders now take the lead. Brian Robinson is nearly pushing 200 yards rushing this game. So after the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. Lions in the shotgun formation. Goff back to pass, looking for Jameson Williams, and completely mosses Reggie Robinson, hit down at the Commander 41-yard line. So 2 plays later, we now have a 2nd and 11. Jared Goff drops back to pass. Commanders with excellent defense can't find nobody open. Jared Goff scrambles to the left, and he gets sacked, and he fumbles the ball. Everyone's scrambling for the ball, and the Commanders recover. Fedarian Mathis comes through with the QB pressure, gets the sack, fumble, and F.A.O. Bada gets the turnover for the first turnover of this game. The Commanders were looking for a big break on defense, and they may have just gotten one. Here we have Sam Howell jogging onto the field. Let's see if he can take advantage of the gift that the defense gave him. So after the Lions turnover, we now have a 1st and 10. Robinson gets the handoff, breaks a tackle, and gets absolutely blasted, but not after a gain of 11 yards, and the Commanders get a new set of downs. Brian Robinson looking like the second coming of Adrian Peterson out here. This Lions defense has nothing for him. So 2 plays later, we now have a 2nd and 9. Bo Melton gets the handoff. Excellent block by the Commanders and gets 8 yards on that run, which gives the Commanders a 3rd and 1. As you can see, these Lions fans are starting to look frustrated out here. Washington only needs to get 1 yard for a first down. Takes the snap, Robinson gets the handoff, and just barely gets over the first down marker. Brian Robinson day so far is 24 carries for 179 yards and 1 touchdown. Washington is slowly backing the Lions into a corner as they look to go for 6 on this drive and take a 2-score lead. Commanders in an I formation for 1st and 10. Robinson gets the handoff. Excellent block by the fullback and gets a solid gain of 6 yards. Commanders in the shotgun formation for 2nd and 4. Robinson gets the handoff, sees the hole, breaks a tackle, and finally goes down, but not after a gain of 13 yards, which puts the Commanders at the 2-yard line. Robinson is only 2 yards away from 200 yards rushing this game. This man is running like a man possessed and just can't be stopped out there. Commanders in shotgun formation for first and goal. Robinson gets the handoff and he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson gets another touchdown this game, and the Commanders now take a 10-point lead. If the Commanders keep this style of play up, they may get their first win of this season. After the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. Lions in a single back formation. DeAndre Swift gets the pitch, shakes the boots out of Reggie Robinson, sprints up the field, and goes down for a gain of 21 yards and gives the Lions a new set of downs. Here we are, 1st and 10. Lions in a shotgun formation at the 46-yard line. Ball fakes the handoff, drops back to pass, surveying the field. Nobody's open, just throws it up, looking for DJ Chark, and finds him on a comeback route, and goes down. Jared Goff strikes this Commanders defense for 33 yards. Here we are 2 plays later with a 2nd and 9. Lions in a single back formation. Swift gets the handoff, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's in. Touchdown, Lions. DeAndre Swift practically single-handedly brought the Lions up the field, and now the Lions make this a 3-point game. Just when we thought the Lions were finished, they strike right back. So after the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. Sam Howell fakes the snap, goes for the RPO, and Charles Harris swats it incomplete. And that will pretty much be the end of the 3rd quarter. We have a close game, ladies and gentlemen, with a score of Washington 27, Detroit 24. Stick around for the 4th quarter on JCTV. Kelvin Harmon goes in motion for 3rd and 6. Howell back to pass, finds Cam Sims open in the middle of the field, and goes down for a gain of 16 yards and gives the Commanders a new set of downs. Sam Howell has not passed the ball that much this game, but when he has, he's been efficient as well as effective. So we pick the game up at 3rd and 12 after a false start penalty. Sam Howell drops back to pass, finds Kelvin Harmon over the middle, but goes down short of the 1st down. And now we have a 4th and 3. The Lions had excellent defensive coverage on that play with nobody open downfield. Now the Commanders have to punt. So we pick up on the Lions possession in 2nd and 7. Goff back to pass, looking to the right, finds Jameson Williams wide open, and goes down, but gets 17 yards on that play and gives Detroit a new set of downs. Detroit lines up in a single back formation for 1st and 10. Jared Goff snaps and pitches it to Swift. Taylor Jackson gets the block to the left, and DeAndre Swift breaks free, racing up the field and down for a big gain of 38 yards, which gives the Lions a 1st and 10. Lions in a jumbo formation for 1st and 10. Goff back to pass, looking for Williams, finds him in the middle of the zone for a gain of 5 yards. Jared Goff very efficient on this drive. Lions in a shotgun formation for 2nd and 5. Jared Goff drops back to pass. He's surveying the field. Excellent coverage by the Commanders. Nobody open. Jared Goff scrambles to the right and just throws it away incomplete. Detroit needs 5 yards for a 1st down and 6 yards to score. Goff back to pass, looking for the tight end Mitchell, but gets hit immediately and does not convert the 1st down or score. And we now have a 4th and 2. Detroit lines up for a big field goal that can tie this game. The ball is snapped, the kick is up, and it's good. We now have a tie game, ladies and gentlemen, with less than 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter. It's anybody's game now. After the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. Robinson gets the handoff, finds the hole up the field, and he springs free. Nothing but green grass in front of him. Stiffs arms Akuda and goes down after a big gain of 31 yards. Brian Robinson has rushed the ball 30 times for a whopping 239 yards. He has been the MVP of this game so far. Could we be looking at a history-making performance? So now we pick up on 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line. Sam Howell snaps the ball, hands it off to Robinson. Excellent block, sprints up the field, and gets another gain of 9 yards. The Commanders only need 1 yard for a 1st down. Howell snaps the ball, hands it off to Robinson, sprints up the field, and goes down for another big gain of 12 yards. Brian Robinson has 32 rushes for 260 yards. He is 37 yards away of breaking the single-season rushing record. Will he be able to get that record broken? Only one way to find out. Let's see. 2 plays later, we now have a 3rd and 9. Commanders need to get to the 13-yard line. Howell takes the snap, hands it off to Robinson. Excellent block by De'Ami Brown. Goes down for a big gain of 15 yards and gives the Commanders a 1st and goal. Brian Robinson is 21 yards away from the single-game rushing record. Very next play, we have a 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, sees the hole, tries to fight forward, but Jeffrey Okudah knocks him down quickly for a gain of only 3 yards. So 2 plays later, we now have a 3rd and goal. Commanders only need 3 yards to get to the end zone. Robinson gets the handoff, breaks a McNeil tackle, but Aiden Hutchinson comes through, blows that play up, loses 2 yards, and we now have a 4th and goal. The Lions knew they were going to try to run the ball in. They've been doing it all game long, but this time they blew that up. Now the Lions now have a chance to drive up the field and win this game. Now the Commanders are lined up for a 23-yard field goal. The ball, the snap, the kick is up, and it's good. Now the Commanders take the lead with under 3 minutes left in this game. Joey Sly has been clutch all game for this Commanders special team. So after the extra point and kickoff, we now have a 1st and 10. The Lions come out on the 25-yard line and from the 5-wide set. Goff drops back to pass, just launches it deep for Jameson Williams and throws it out of bounds, incomplete. So here we are, very next play, we now have a 2nd and 10. Jared Goff drops back to pass, looking to the flat, finds DeAndre Swift, breaks a tackle, but goes down after a gain of only 3 yards. So here we are now, 3rd and 7. Jared Goff drops back to pass, surveying the field, nobody open. He throws it to DJ Shark, but he catches it out of bounds. So here we are, 4th and 7. This could be now or never for the Detroit Lions. Jared Goff back to pass, just throws it deep, but he throws it out of bounds, incomplete. And the Commanders take over 1st and 10. Can the Commanders hold off the Lions defense to get win number 1? Let's find out and see. So after the Lions 4th down, the Commanders take over 1st and 10. Brian Robinson gets a handoff to the left. Nothing but green grass in front of him. Breaks a tackle and down for a gain of 16 yards. And the Lions call a timeout. Brian Robinson is inching closer to that rushing record. So here we are, Commanders lined up in a single back formation for 1st and 10. Brian Robinson gets the handoff, but goes down in the backfield for a gain of 1 yard. And the Lions call their 2nd team timeout. Very next play, we have a 2nd and 9. Commanders looking to burn the Lions timeouts. Robinson gets the handoff, but goes down quickly with a gain of 5 yards. And the Lions call their last final timeout. So here we are, 3rd and 4. Commanders looking to punch this in the end zone to seal this victory. Robinson gets the handoff, breaks a tackle, fights forward, and he goes down, but he doesn't get the touchdown. But he does get the 1st down, and that may be the end of this game. With that final run, Brian Robinson Jr. now has the NFL record for most rushing yards in a single game with 40 carries with 303 yards. Now let's salute Brian Robinson for this record-setting performance. The Commanders now line up in victory formation and they take the knee. And that will seal the end of this game. The Washington Commanders get their first win of the 2022 season with a score of Washington 30, Detroit 27. The player of this game is Brian Robinson Jr. with 40 carries, 303 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Thank you for tuning in to episode 2 of the Washington Commanders Death Penalty franchise. Week 3, we go back home to FedEx Field where we host the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in episode 3. Salute.